Do you know that you can have that your dream life just by doing this just one thing? Believing in God. If you are a religious person, you already know that God exists because every religion in this world believes in the existence of God. The Bible says that God made us in his image and in his likeness. That is, he breathed upon us or in us his own spirit. That means we are representing God here on earth. We carry in us the spirit of God. God created the whole universe, but then he has given us the power to recreate it to our own advantage. He has given us the power to actually shape our reality in the way we want it. He has given us the power to shape our lives and our dream in a way that it will be favorable to us. What you are today might not be your making. It might not be your fault to be where you are today, but then it is your sole decision to be where you want to be tomorrow. Where you will be tomorrow is actually your choice because you already have what it takes to shape your life or your dreams the way you really want it to be. Now, the question is, how can you get your dream life? The first thing you have to understand as someone who believes in God is that you are representing God here on earth. You are his ambassador. Since you are representing him here on earth, you are a God yourself. And as a God, anywhere you are becomes your heaven because God lives in heaven. And then in heaven, what are the attributes of heaven? In heaven, there is abundance. In heaven, there is riches. There is success. There is no lack. There is happiness. There is peace. All these attributes of heaven, God have given you the power to create them for yourself. That is, if you want. So, realizing, being aware that you are God, you carry in you the Spirit of God. Being aware that God has given you the supernatural what it takes to actually create that for yourself, to make your heaven here on earth. That thing you are actually looking for, that fame, that popularity, that success, that abundance, God have already given them to you, but then they are located somewhere in your mind. It is your responsibility to harness them. It is your responsibility to actually bring them into reality. God have already given you. God have already given them to you. It is there in your mind. You have the responsibility to bring them to life. Imagine someone whose father is a president of a country. You already know that your father is the number one in command of a country, and then you travel to another place. You then need to start introducing yourself as the son of a president. How you carry yourself, how you present yourself, how you talk will actually send a signal that you came from an upper echelon. You don't need to start struggling. You don't need to start working hard because almost you know that all those things you need to work hard for are already there in your house, at your father's house. This is just how it works. That which you are looking for, you already have it in your mind. God have given you the power to actually create them. So, as someone who represents God here on earth, how do you now manifest that your dream life? You can do that by actually not worrying so much about what happens in reality. You have to concentrate solely on what happens inside of you because whatever you become in reality comes from within. Nothing becomes without because as it is within, so it is without. You have to stop worrying of what happens externally or in reality and focus solely on yourself. Because when you already know that those things you are looking for, you already have it, you wouldn't worry again. Someone who knows that his father is the president, he don't need to worry. He carries himself around with respect and dignity. That is something with you. When you know that that thing you are looking for is already there, then you stop worrying. You will start living as someone who already have those things he's looking for. You will start talking as if you already have those things. You have to talk as you wish to talk when you already have those things. You have to start learning to walk as you will walk if you have that riches. You have to start dressing as you wish to dress if those riches come to you. Even though deep down you know that you don't have them in reality, but then you don't care about reality. What you care is what happens inside. What happens in reality is just a reflection of what have already taken place in the mental plane that is inside of you. Your focus should be to establish yourself, to actually develop yourself to the best of your knowledge, to the best of your capability. Doing what you should do, doing what you must do to get those results. Because riches is actually a result of something being done, right? Success is a result or a kind of evidence of something that was done. Those things that actually produce those results happens inside of you. So if your focus is solely on the result, neglecting fully what brings about the result, then that means the result wouldn't come. But then if you understand fully well on how to focus on what brings that result, then when that result will come, you won't even know. When you cross over to that other frequency, you wouldn't know. That is how it works. Focus on yourself and then worry less about what happens in reality. Start living as you want to live when you have those things that you actually need. The problem with many people is that they believe that it is God's responsibility to make them rich when He wants. But then, God created you and gave you the power to become whatever you want to be. I believe in God so much. Before I embark on a journey, before I do anything in this life, I entrust it into the hands of God. I invoke the Spirit of God in whatever I do. But then, I know that there are things God have absolutely given me the responsibility of doing for myself. He can't in any way do those things for me. And one of those things is becoming who I want to be. It is my responsibility to become whatever I want to be, to become whoever I want to be wherever I want to be. If you want to be homeless, it is your choice. If you want to be a criminal, it is your choice. If you want to be rich, it is your choice. If you want to be successful, it is your choice. God can't do that for you because He has given you the power, the supernatural what it takes, the supernatural qualifications and qualities to become what you want for yourself. The truth is that God is perfect and God is whole. He never wants you to suffer. He created you and gave you all the supernatural qualities to live in abundance. He knows you need money because in this world, you can't succeed, you can't prosper, you can't even operate without money. He knows you need that. He knows you need comfortability. He knows you need shelter. He knows you need to live in opulence. He has bestowed on you all those things, but then it is your responsibility to make them come to life. Without money, you can't serve Him faithfully. Without money, you can't even work for Him because even working for God needs money. So when you are not rich, when you are suffering, when you are poor, when you are homeless, that is you going against God's plan for your life, and it is sin. He has created you and designed you to be wealthy, to be successful, so that you can serve Him in truth and in faith. Come on, it is time you take charge. It is time you take responsibility, because if you don't take charge now, the world will take charge of you, and you know what that means. I will see you in my next video.